I'm Phyllis Look, coming to you from my home island of Oahu, and remembering back to November 2023, when, like so many others, I felt the call to rush aid to the people of Maui after the devastating fires of Lahaina and Kula. So we staged a weekend of forest bathing sessions. Now, none of the participants that weekend had experienced forest bathing before, but so many of them said to us afterwards, "We need this here." A 9-month series of free forest bathing walks was the outgrowth of this first weekend. We called it Healing Trees. It was a collaboration between my company, Forest Bathing Hawaii, and Maui-based Maui Forest Bathing, owned by Edward and Jenny Baldwin, and Maui resident Joy Galatro, who volunteered as our project strategist and storyteller. So it's mindful, it's intentional, it's mainly slow and quiet. You will be actually engaging all of your senses, and not just the 5 physical ones that we know, but actually feeling into a relationship with this place, with all of the science that's behind it, that shows us that our cardiovascular functioning is improved, our stress levels come down, our immune system is boosted, and all sorts of other great things for our mind, whether it's focus or memory or creativity, or even compassion and a sense of collaboration. All of those are increased by simply taking a slow time in nature.
Forest bathing on Maui, had the company for a few years now and been active up country, but have always felt like the potential was great. And now with new energy from Phyllis and Joy, I think the opportunity is here to really expose Maui to forest bathing at a time when Maui and its residents could really use as much connection to the land and each other as possible.
This practice of forest therapy, because it returns us to a place where we came from, it is the most organic, basic, accessible, and true way of just kind of coming back to balance, your sense of purpose, a state of just being calmed again and relaxed. It was always our vision, while offering these free forest bathing walks during 2024, that forest therapy become an established service on Maui. Our model was an ecotherapy program in Chico, California, where the population is still recovering from the Camp Fire and Paradise Fires of 2018. Our goals were threefold. 1, to meet the immediate mental health needs, and by so doing, raise awareness of the effectiveness of this practice. 2, to recruit new guides, Maui residents who could be embedded in their community for the long haul. And 3, to contribute to the ongoing research on nature therapy. I'm happy to say we met all of those goals. Over the course of 15 walks, we served 250 people, some of them Lahaina survivors, some even first responders. Our participants said during the walks and in testimonials afterwards that we made a difference in their lives. We reminded them of what it was to be alive. An early analysis from our research partner, UC San Diego's psychology department, further confirms that the Healing Trees experience improved respondents' clarity and calm.
I am Dr. Jyoti Mishra. I study neuroscience and mental health and their connections at the University of California, San Diego. And I'm very interested in how our environment influences our brain and body health as well as our mental well-being. And in this regard, I have been doing work in the context of our changing climate that is causing trauma for many people when there are heat waves and disasters such as wildfires. And I'm particularly interested in studying this because this is a very scalable and accessible method that many communities can adopt when dealing with aspects of climate trauma. These are ground up opportunities that are being created by our community members, and that our governments and our policymakers should note how people in our communities are committed to our own well-being, to the well-being of the communities, and then support these efforts and grow these efforts.
My name is Pito Javier, and I live here on Maui. I'm a firefighter. I've been a firefighter for 22 years now here on Maui. This is my first experience with forest bathing, and I did not know what to expect, like you would expect. But anyway, what I found when I got here was pretty simple. I came here going about 1,000 miles an hour in my mind, in my life, and I went from 1,000 miles an hour to a beautiful miles an hour. That's what it felt like. It just kind of, it allowed me to kind of slow down when I didn't even realize I needed to slow down. It allowed me to connect really at a point in my life, and I think a lot of people's lives here on Maui, a point where I needed some kind of connection with myself, with the people around me, with my family. Forest bathing is one of those things that you don't really realize you need until you're in it, and then you're just very grateful that it's actually happening.
Hi, my name is Maddie Robinson. I would absolutely recommend it because it's sort of a way to be in your body, but also feel very, very safe, and connect with nature in a way that's not cheesy, if that makes any sense. It just all happened very organically, and especially with the kids being included, made it just a lot more fun.
I think my impression before ever doing this was that it would be all about meditation, but there's a lot more going on than that, I would say. It's a much more active involvement in experiencing nature, which was had a profound effect on me. The part when Phyllis talked about our 7 million year history of being outdoors and that is our natural habitat. All of our systems are built around that. That really resonated with me. That really feels true. And right now, especially as our island needs healing, it's all around us, the potential for it, right? In nature, it really is.
My name is Lynette Chun. I've just ended another forest bathing walk, and I feel complete. I came in still disturbed after 1 year and more from surviving the Lahaina wildfire. The first walk I did right here with Phyllis Look, and that just settled me in a way that I can't describe. But even after a year, the transition is not that easy. And the principles of forest bathing I take with me so that if I'm in a hurry, I still have to pause to breathe. So in that moment, I look around, I notice the wind blowing the little flowers in the cracks in the sidewalk. I stop, I bend down, I zoom in, I breathe, and then I continue. But I forget. So I need the forest bathing walks as a healthy dose of remembrance of what is possible in nature and how I can take it with me wherever I go in this world, wherever I am. So there are things that are so precious in learning how to be and in the forest when you're not in the forest. I love it. Thank you.
So this is my first forest bathing experience on Maui. I've had hundreds of experiences elsewhere, and also I've guided hundreds of walks. But this one is very special. I really feel the support of the land and the great community here on Maui. And it's a practice that I feel is so healing as I witnessed, as we gathered and shared.
When something new is shared, I just feel grateful for the ongoing learning that seems to be inherent in this practice. It also feels like a confirmation that whatever we did today had some value for people. So we call it forest therapy, but we're not training therapists, we're training guides. We say the forest is the therapist. And so if something therapeutic happens, it happens because of a guided process that brings people into new aspects of experience in which they may find the healing they need.
Forest bathing is really an experience of feeling enmeshed, connected into this incredibly rich living grid of nature. And it forces you, this practice forces you to literally slow down and become into the granular parts of where you're sitting or standing or looking or listening or smelling or touching. Any of these senses are all enriched. We just experienced communing with the grandmother tree, who's on this gorgeous property here at the Hui no Iao. And she is bringing so much mana to this place, to all of our group. We were completely inspired to be in her presence and connect. And we're inspired to write lyrics and questions and answers to create a little song that just expresses our devotion and love.
Saving the future of dreams, right here, right now. Something memory. What does it mean? That's life. That's life. Yes. That's life. I feel something glimmering. Does the future hold? It's life. It's life. Oh, life. It's all a part of nature. Can you be my friend? Protect me, love, respect me. I'm moving all the time. I'm moving all the time. Here we go. Saving the future of dreams. Right here, right now. What does it mean that the future holds? It's all up to me. It's life, it's life, it's life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You've got some really good songwriters in this group.
I came up with some lyrics. I mean, they were kind of rhyming, I guess, but when it all came together, I think it was a very good song. I feel like I'm super calm and like I could like just sit there for like hours and hours just listening to the wind.
You know, it's so needed in this fast-paced world we live in, and you finally have a moment to just sit in nature and really immerse yourself in the sights, the sounds, the smells, and it just calms your mind, it calms your brain in a way that is hard to achieve anywhere else. So I highly recommend this.
Hi, I'm Edward, and we just finished hosting the Arbor Day planting of 100 ohia trees in Olinda. Fantastic day of reciprocity. 4 or 5 years ago, Jenny and I heard about forest bathing, became guides, and just thought Maui was a very fertile ground for that type of thing. And here we are now at the end of Healing Trees with a number of guides in training. 2 guides were part of their training today, taking people for the first time, and it's like planting seeds. It's just wonderful to see things thrive.
Hi, my name is Melinda Carroll, and I just completed my first forest guiding experience. Not only did we have the incredible spaciousness of time to just envelop ourselves in this gorgeous atmosphere and this 4,000 plus elevation, but then we got to plant over 100 ohia lehua trees. And it just felt such a completion for not just this healing trees, but for this event for all of us.
So my name is Elizabeth Claxton, and I was here today as a certified forest therapy guide. So I was leading one of the groups here at Idlewild, and my hopes for forest bathing here on Maui is that it continues to grow, continues to reach people who would benefit from reconnecting with the land, reconnecting with Maui and the more than human world and all of the beings that are here.
My name is Kapua Bayer Kabako. I am a forest therapy guide in training, and today we guided some new and returning students here at Idlewild Farms. It was a great experience. It was my first time guiding a group today. Well, we just planted 100 ohia lehua, and that I think is just the beginning. So very hopeful that we continue to reforest this aina and other areas, you know, that need native plants and trees to be replanted. So I think it's very meaningful, and also just, you know, get people in the dirt and connected literally with aina. So.
I'm so grateful to my co-creators and to all of our location partners on Maui and the organizations and individuals who donated to make our work possible. The monies we collected are going to fund partial scholarships for Maui guides. This work on Maui and for Maui has been one of the proudest achievements of my forest therapy guiding career. I look forward to watching as this seedling that is forest bathing on Maui blooms and grows and reforests their island with a resilient spirit.